All right, here's another crazy video. Let's check this one out.
And another thing, I'm sick and tired of the narrative of, well, how do you know if you and your partner are compatible if you guys don't live together before you get married? First of all, I am not in the business of playing somebody's housewife, okay? If you want a wife, get a wife budget. I'm not playing wife on a girlfriend budget. No. Second of all, I believe that a lot of couples live together through convenience. And I get it. Economy is high. Inflation sucks. Rent is expensive. But me personally, I'd rather split rent with my best friend than split rent with a man. To be honest. And for my third point, I just don't understand why I have to be living with that man to prove compatibility. Isn't that what dating is? And do y'all not observe and deduce and use the scientific method? Obviously, it doesn't take an astrophysicist to figure out whether or not that man is dirty, whether or not he can or cannot do laundry, whether or not that man can wash a dish. I feel like those things can be figured out through conversation and observation. Lastly, I like my man to miss me a little bit. You know what I mean? I like to be a little bit mysterious. So every time he leaves my house, I need him to miss me and be like, damn, I wonder what's the next time I'm gonna see my beautiful, gorgeous girlfriend. It's good to have a man miss you, okay? So until he puts a rock on his finger and signs some documents, I'm okay with living in two different places, to be honest. And another thing, I'm sick and tired.
I, would I be surprised that this woman would get a man? I'm not. Men men have low standards. If she has a hole, that's good for you, right? That's good for men. It's like it's honestly ridiculous. It, I don't know. I'm just it's like that's why we wonder why women, this attitude, this mindset, selfishness. We wonder why women are having trouble in the dating market where men don't want to commit. Because what is there to commit to? What is there to commit to? It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, let's see this. This is a thing where, like Blue said, if you love someone, it's not about like getting a one up on somebody. Like I did this, you did that. It's like it's not a competition. It shouldn't be. You should do things because you want to, because you love the person. This is the mindset that it's always like, do you even understand what love is? Do you even understand about caring about somebody? It's it's only selfish, pure selfish. Let's break this thing down.
Of the narrative of, well, how do you know if you and your partner are compatible if you guys don't live together before you get married? First of all, I am not in the business of playing somebody's housewife, okay? If you want a wife, get a wife budget. I'm not playing
Wife budget?
on a girlfriend budget. No. Second of all, I believe that a lot of couples live together through convenience. And I get it. Economy is high. Inflation sucks. Rent is expensive. But me personally, I'd rather split rent with my best friend than split rent with a man.
A man, he's your man. And your best friend, he should be your best friend. It's this insanity is like, do the women not even consider these men that they're dating like their best friend? Yeah, Blue. I just the the disconnect is amazing. You rather split rent with your best friend, but you wouldn't want to split rent with your man that should be your best friend. And then you wonder why you can't find a committed man. You wonder why what mindset is steering you away from men? What mindset? Obviously this kind.
To be honest. And for my third point, I just don't understand why I have to be living with that man to prove compatibility. Isn't that what dating is? And do y'all
This is the thing. To prove there's different levels of compatibility. Yes, she's going to say, like, yes, you can deduce things, but you don't know it until you're living around it. You don't know about spaces. You don't know how someone acts. You don't know how it would be when you're in the same room with someone 24/7. You don't know. Exactly. They honestly, women need to admit that, like Blue said, they hate men and they don't want to date them, and they just want to date themselves. Honestly, here's the thing: women only want to use men. If men are able to be used, that's good. If you can't be used, you're not useful at all.
Not like observe and deduce and use the scientific method. Obviously, it doesn't take an astrophysicist.
Amazing that women have great deductive skills. If women have such amazing deductive skills, they would never get with the bad boys. Women would never get with bad men, yet they constantly do. Baby mamas would definitely be gone if women had such high level of deduction skills. This is a thing where why women's idiocy, right? I mean, honestly, even with a high level science degree, doesn't show a whole bunch of intelligence because women consistently ignore red flags. So here's the point where, honestly, if you live with someone, it's more of an opportunity to have the opportunity so you don't ignore red flags. So let's say this, and so you can notice things that would make you angry. Let's say if he always left the toothpaste uncapped. If you didn't live with him, maybe you didn't care that much. It's not a big deal. But once you're living with him, maybe now it's such a big deal.
This to figure out whether or not that man is dirty, whether or not he can or cannot do laundry, whether or not that man can wash a dish. I feel like those things can be figured out through conversation and observation. Lastly, I like my man to miss me a little bit. You know what I mean? You know, I like to be a little bit mysterious. So every time he leaves my house, I need him to miss me and be like, damn, I wonder what's the next time I'm going to see my beautiful, gorgeous girlfriend. You know?
I get that mindset, but here's the thing. If you're married, that's out of the window. That's the thing where that's the point. If you are living with someone, and I'm a big proponent on if you want to marry someone, I do think you should live with them. I personally do. In my opinion, if you want to marry someone, you should live with them. Because here's the thing. When you're married to someone, you're not going to necessarily get that opportunity to, oh, they're going to be away so you can miss them. You should know that you could still miss them or still be madly in love with them if you see them 24/7. Because here's like my sister and my brother-in-law, they still love each other after over 20 years. They don't need to be so ignorant. Oh, I need to miss somebody. No, I still miss you. Going to work, I missed you. Right? Hang out. I mean, if we're doing something on our own, I still miss you. Even though I saw you this morning, even though I'm going to see you tonight. It's like, so you know that how you feel if you're with this person consistently. Like you see this man, you see this girl in the bathroom, in the bed, in the kitchen, you constantly seeing this person. It's like if you could still miss that person, even when you just saw them, that is more powerful than, oh, you haven't seen them in days. Yeah, no duh, you missed them. But what if you see them constantly? Would your love still be just as strong? Will you still desire them?
You know, it's good to have a man miss you, okay? So until he puts a rock on his finger and signs some documents, I'm okay with living in two different places, to be honest. And another thing.
I swear. I mean, slowly and slowly, more and more Asian women I see, right? It's just, they're annoying. It's like, what's the point? What's the point of these women? She definitely got fat black friends. Bro. You're crazy. You're crazy, Blue. But definitely I'll guarantee you she has feminist friends. This attitude, this selfishness, this actual lack of intelligence. Really? Because it's more logical to think that how would you be if you had to be with this person round the clock? That makes more sense. Oh, you know, deduction skills, come on. Have some common sense that people do ignore or don't pick up every little thing. And to try to deduct, would I find him more ignorant if or annoying if he maybe cleaned or did laundry once a week instead of how I want it like every day? You don't know unless you're with the person. So have some actual deduction skills where it's more logical that if you want to marry the person, test it out first. Test out, because this is the thing where I see a lot of failures in marriages where you wait till the marriage to get, how's it now living with the person? Oh, it's unbearable. I can't stand living with the person. Really? Did you not know that beforehand? This is the problem with a lot of relationships. You did not know every facet of the person you are going to spend the rest of your life with beforehand, before you made this level of commitment. Because this stupid ass thinking. Absolutely stupid, in my opinion. And this is my opinion, if you want to marry the person, you should at least live with them for a while. That's my opinion. Because I feel if you want to spend the rest of your life with someone, you better know every facet of that person. Because here's the thing. If you're going to spend the rest of your life with a person, you better hope you do not want a single thing to change about them. Because if you go into a marriage, a relationship, that you know what? He's like, I do see red flags, but I hope he changes this, that, eventually. Then that's only leading to failure. So many women I've heard that, you know what? I saw these red flags, I saw this thing, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, but I still loved him, so I hope that he will change, or I can change these bad traits later on. That will only lead to failure. So, yeah, idiotic women. What do you think?